JP says, I don't understand. Okay, this is a good question. I don't understand. I don't understand the use of ranking websites for local. I run Google Ads with GMB location extension activated in Google Ads for local plumbing clients. I ranked multiple websites organically #1 and GMBs organically #1. I would guess that about 5% of traffic comes from my #1 organically ranked websites and about 15 from organic GMB organic rankings, and the rest come from ads and GMB linked to the ads. You can target so much more keywords with ads than organic. You will never show in the 3-pack for the variety of keywords you can target in Google Ads. Well, that's not necessarily true. You can, depending on how much work you put into it. You can rank for a variety of keywords, and you can also rank for outside of your immediate area like you can with ads. I know what you mean. When you run a location extension with the GMB, that's how you can beat that proximity filter right away, right? There's no question. If you have the top quality score or a high quality score that trumps your competitors, then that's how you will typically get in the #1 position in the ads, the #1 ads position in the Maps 3-pack or in the expanded maps. And there's no question that that's a great way to expand your service area very quickly and overcome that proximity issue. However, we do know a way of overcoming that proximity issue organically, which is the local GMB Pro method. So it's not that you can't do it. It's just, it does require a lot more work than just paying Google to get placed there. That said, you said that you would guess that about 5% of your traffic comes from organic rankings and 15% from organic or maps rankings. But you said that you would guess. I would recommend, looking at your analytics, deep diving into that to see if that is the case. And it may be for your particular industry, plumbing. I don't do plumbing SEO. I mean, I have in the past, but most of the industries that I work in, I've proven time and again that maps rankings produce the most leads for most of the services that I, provide, most of the industries that I provide services to. And organic rankings have recently, for whatever reason, started to produce more than they have in the past. And I don't know why that is, because they're pushed even further down on the page now than ever. But for some reason or another, I'm getting more traffic through organic rankings than I have in recent years. And I'm not sure exactly why that is, except for maybe the fact that the maps filter has, the proximity issue has reduced the maps footprint, and the organic rankings are kind of filling in where the maps used to produce results. Now it's organic. So maybe that's why. But I think it varies by industry, because there are a lot of statistics out there that state, and again, I'm sure it's going to vary by industry, but there are a lot of statistics out there that state that organic rankings get, an organic listings period, maps or organic, get so much more click-throughs than paid. And so and I'm going to ask Marco and others to comment on this in a minute, but I just pulled this up for organic versus page search statistics on highervisibility.com. And this is stats for 2020. And it talks about right here, 70, and this doesn't mention local specifically, but it says 70 to 80% of all searchers ignore paid ads and focus only on organic results. So again, I'm not disputing what you say is the result of your marketing campaigns. But what I'm telling you is it probably varies by industry. And through my own projects, I've proven over and over and over again through data that we generate far many more leads for the tree service industry, for example, at far less cost than we do using, we generate far more leads using SEO and Maps SEO at far less cost than we do using Google Ads. So again, I'm not trying to dispute what you're saying. I'm just saying that I think it's going to vary depending on industry and project. Comments, guys?
I absolutely agree that it's going to depend entirely, not only on the industry and how people are used to seeing whatever it is, the results that they're seeing. It also depends on how much effort you put into your SEO and your maps versus how much effort you put into ads. So if you think that SEO and ads aren't going to bring you the results because you're guessing that 20% is coming from that, and all of your efforts actually, the 80-20 rule, if 80% of your effort goes into ads, then that's going to show in that percentage. I've seen it differently also. And we have that, especially in the plumbing niche, we have the DC plumber example, where once we triggered that map pack, the phone went nuts. his map pack, and it's also organic. He gets organic traffic. You have to remember the press releases also bring traffic. Tier one will branded will also bring some traffic, right? Your social media and how much effort goes in there. So the idea here is that you don't focus all of your energies on one source of traffic, because one change can bring that 80% to half, and then what do you do? But if you focus, like you mentioned in other Hump Day Hangouts, in holistic marketing, where you take an overall approach to what this is, and you're actually driving several traffic funnels, not concentrating all your efforts in one, I think you're going to see much better results. I'm also seeing it in the lawyer niche, by the way. I'm working in California and in New York with attorneys in those two places, and it's man, the map pack in those, and whatever, it's whatever we target, right? Because we could target in the GMB any keywords that we want, or any keyword set, or we can silo it. It's what we do, and it's how we link it together. It's how we get those keywords to pop up, and you get into the thousands of keywords that way, and not only in GMB and in Insights, but it starts showing up in Search Console on what you're getting impressions for, and the average position where you're getting impressions. Where if you improve the average position, you start seeing crazy CTR. And so all of these factors combined are what matter. He is seeing his numbers from his efforts, which is fine if that's the way you want to do it. If you think that you can get the most bang for your buck out of ads, then by all means. Me, I'd rather not go up against, for example, Amazon, and pay for ads against Amazon. I'd rather hit them organically and do my damage there, because I'm seeing crazy results from that case study. Also seeing results from the Land Solutions Network, right? The Sell Land Fast case study. So all of these things that we do, what we give you is like you're giving us data from what your efforts are and from what you're getting. So we give you data from what we see. And not to say the one or the other is wrong, it's just different approaches to the different niches that we're after.
Yeah, just one more comment on that. Like, for example, why I like SEO better than ads, and I run ads, guys, for a lot of stuff. My Alpha Land Realty, for example, I generate a ton of traffic through ads, and I do it for clients too. But my point is kind of like what Marcus said. Like, let's say you got $1,000 a month budget, period, for any type of marketing, whether it's Google Ads or SEO or whatever. If you're running $1,000 a month in Google Ads and Google Ads only, that's great. You can target, whatever your keywords are and your locations. But if you want to expand into new areas and target new keywords, you still only have that $1,000 a month budget. So you've got to rob Peter to pay Paul. In other words, you've got to pull money from existing campaigns or ad groups, whatever you've got running, to push into different areas. If that's what you're limited to, is, let's just say that's, again, hypothetically, you're limited to that $1,000 a month. Whereas with SEO, the $1,000 a month can go towards content marketing and link building and such, and target different keywords, different locations. And once the content is there and it's producing, you're ranking and you're producing leads from that content, you can redirect those funds to the next location, the next set of keywords, because that's already producing. And it's just a matter of maintaining it then through our methods. You can maintain organic rankings through just link building and such to the SEO shield and the entity. So my point is, you can take that same $1,000 and continue to expand keywords and locations, area, right? So service area, and continually grow with that same $1,000 per month. Whereas with Google Ads, if you're at full capacity for your budget, you can't grow into other areas without spending more money or taking money from an already producing campaign to redirect to those areas. If that makes sense. So that's what I like. When you stop paying Google, you stop generating leads. That's the problem with Google Ads. Again, I love Google Ads. I love them, but I don't, I still always recommend to clients that we start an SEO campaign and that we only use Google Ads to supplement until the SEO is producing the results that we desire. Okay. Anyways, good question.
Great question.